So my name is Wilma May, and I am the daughter of Shakma. My mother was a mystical teacher and a ritual practitioner. So I grew up in what is often referred to as a contacted mystery school. So imagine a mystery school, kind of a bit like Hogwarts, where you go and you study some form of mysticism, of which there are many mystery schools around the world. A contacted mystery school is where the teacher, my mother, is contacted by other entities that teach through her. And growing up in the 70s and 80s, this was my life. I never had language for it growing up, and we grew up out on the main line. And if you don't know where that is, it's outside of Philadelphia. It was a really interesting life, not one I could explain to friends. And my mother's practice spanned many different traditions. She started off with Afro-Caribbean traditions, and that evolved over time. And she started to travel and work with other indigenous groups around the world, South America, Mexico, Native Americans. She worked in Europe extensively. She worked with Wiccans and pagans and Sufis, and she embraced different forms of the Kabbalah, of which there are many. There are African forms of the Kabbalah. And so my mother, whenever I would ask her, like, well, what do I tell people what you do? She's like, I don't know. She didn't really care. So I just said, my mom's this really amazing woman, and she's a spiritual teacher. So that's kind of the only explanation I used to have. And many of her students, I've known my entire life. Well, what seems like my entire life. I probably met them when I was 3. And they came from all walks of life. Men, women, white, black, everything. So it was a very, very exciting and very rich upbringing, and I'm incredibly lucky to have had her. That said, I did not always get the lessons. I was hard-headed, for sure. But I always used to remember sitting with my mother when she did teach. And initially, growing up in the 70s, it was more informal. So I would get to hang out sometimes when she was doing her casual teaching, and I would just kind of soak it all in. And many of the things that I had embedded into me really came back up to the surface later in life for me.